live. We are talking about ways to monetize your live. Okay, friends? So thank you so much for joining. We're going to get started in just a second. So this is my go live and monetize. So I appreciate you all being here. We'll get started in just a few seconds. Appreciate everyone joining. Always gotta go over here on my other screen. Make sure I'm showcasing that. Let me get on my other screen here. I am having a fast-paced morning. I didn't finish drinking my green drink. I'm doing all the things to make sure I am doing my best to stay on top of some other health and wellness things as well for my body. And so that is my commitment. And I am trying to stay on top of it. So let's get started, friends. We are going to get started on these TikTok streets as well. And then we're going to get to talking and chatting. And let me know if you have any questions. I'm happy to answer questions as well. I appreciate you all joining the live. So feel free to come on in. Let me know where you're from. And we'll get to talking and chatting. That's what this is all about, friends. We are going to get to growing and building our community. So thank you all for joining the live. Thank you so much. We're going to get to talking in a second. I appreciate you all joining in. And so let me know if you have questions. And then we will get to talking and connecting, friends. Thank you so much for being here. Let's see. This is Monday. Monday. Okay, let's see. I'm going to look at my gift gallery. That's a TikTok concept. TikTok has all these other things that you have to make sure you stay on top of. Thank you all for joining the live. I appreciate you coming in. Appreciate everyone supporting. Let me know. Let me know if you have questions as well. Let me know if there's anything in particular as you're going to come in and join. If there is anything in particular I can do to support you. So appreciate everybody coming in. Thank you so much. Appreciate you all joining the live. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate all the support. So we are gonna I'm gonna go live in just a few seconds on my other account. You guys know I do that as well. Good morning. It is Dr. Lisa, Launch Your Income. Come on in, friends. We are going to talk all things about going live and ways to monetize in this live format as a live streamer. Hello, how are you? Your daily encouragement. I am encouraged. Thank you for commenting. You were my first comment. So other people were here. Make sure you get into the chat and say hello, like my friend who has the #1 crown right now. Appreciate you sending that comment. Let me know where you're from. If you don't mind, share where you're from. And then my other friends in the room, say hello and tell me where you're from as well. And then if you have not liked the live, go ahead and click like. And then if you have not subscribed, go ahead and click subscribe and click that alarm to get my messages. Because I go live twice a day. I go live at 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. And so I want to make sure I am supporting you all with your go live journey as well as monetizing. So I'm going to talk a lot about monetization today because that's what this is all about. And I'm going to talk specifically because I'm rolling out two new services, coaching services. I have not been doing coaching. I've been doing consultations, which is different. So come on in. Let me know where you're from. Let me know if you have questions as well. How you doing, friend? How you doing, Pirate Craig? Appreciate you being here. Let me know where you're from, friends. And just as a side note, if you are under the age of 18, the whole monetization conversation doesn't apply to you. So it's probably best that you kind of skip this live and go join some other friends that you can connect and engage with, because this is really for a more professional 18-year-older crowd. So just know I don't say anything offensive, but it's just content that, you have to monetize when you're 18. So let me know if you have questions though, for all my other friends that are in the room. I'm happy to answer questions. Let me know how I can best support your live journey, friends. And then we're going to get to chatting and talking. And as As things go on, we'll bring in some more friends. So make sure again you like the live. If you have not subscribed, this is our growth season. I'm just gonna say that right now. The whole purpose, the whole intentionality of this is to grow. Okay. So here's what I tell you. If you subscribe to my channel, I will, and put a comment in, I'll go to your page too and look at your content, engage with your content, and subscribe over there as well. So we're all growing. We all can grow. So let's continue to do that, friends. I appreciate you all being here. My moderator, her name is Yes Michelle Crochets. We'll see if she pops in. I know she hasn't been feeling well. So I'm going to check on her. I'm going to check on you, Michelle. I'm going to check on her to make sure she's doing well as well. Let me know, though, in the meantime, if there is questions. I love answering questions, so feel free to put in the chat. And again, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, okay? So, like I said, this is the growth season. And then we are going to pop over here to our friendly neighbors on TikTok, in the TikTok streets, and get to chatting up over there as well. Like I said, you guys know I co-stream. So that is what I do. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you so much for joining the live. It is Dr. Lisa, Launch Your Income. Come on in, friends. We're going to be talking all things going live and growing, friends. I appreciate you all coming in. Let me know if you have questions. We'll get to chatting and talking. Seems like our encore has reset, so we're going to continue to chat and talk. Thank you all for being here. And so we're going to end up talking about monetizing. Monetizing is the goal for today, to think about ways to monetize our live. And then I'm going to talk about a couple services I just rolled out on my stand store. So we'll talk about that as well. That is my coaching services to help you all in terms of your goals. So we're going to get to talking about whether you are a beginner or a new person trying to figure out this live process, or you are a seasoned person coming in trying to figure out how to go live and what does this all mean. Come on in. We're going to talk about all things going live, friends. Thank you so much. So let me know if you have any questions. Let me know if you have any questions. So we're going to get to talking. Angel, thank you for joining the live. We're just now getting started. Appreciate you joining my live. Let me know if you have questions, friends. Let me know where you're from. Let's start there. Let's start building community. Let me know where you're from. And so, as you know, I am going to get to going live, and I'm going to talk about all things monetization as well. Appreciate you all joining the live. Let me know if you have questions as well. Thank you so much for joining the live. You said I'm from Indiana. Awesome, awesome. I am from Florida. That's where I'm at. Yeah, thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you all coming in. We're just getting started. This is my Go Live. Go Live, and we're going to talk about monetizing, ways to monetize your live. And so we're going to talk about all things when it comes to services. Coach Miss Jessie, how are you, friend? Let me check my volume. Thank you so much for being here. I said, let me check my volume, because that's how I check to see if it's too loud. Because you know, when you're in different conversations, I turn up the volume, turn up and down, and so now I know it was loud. So thank you so much for popping in. I just cut the live on and getting it going now. So we will see what TikTok gives us and what happens with all things going live. We are not. I'm not necessarily battling. That is not my thought today. So hopefully that does not come up in the conversation at some point. That is not my intent to battle. Cece, thank you for joining, friend. Appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. We are just getting started here. Princess, thank you for joining as well. This is my Go Live. We're going to talk about ways to monetize. I just rolled out. Mary, how are you, friend? Come on in. Thank you so much as well. I just rolled out on my stand, so we'll talk about that as well. I just rolled out my, what do you call it? The coaching services. So I'm going to talk about that a little bit too, a little later, so that people know what I have to offer. And if they want to jump on the introductory prices that I have out there, that's kind of the plan right now, where I'm just rolling those out. And I don't think they're not going to go any lower. They're pretty steep. Thank you so much, friend. Appreciate the popular vote. Thank you so much. And so we are tapping the screen. I'm going to get to sharing out my live as well, as we try to bring some more of our friends into the room and see how much how much engagement we get over the next time here. How you doing, Adox Media? How are you, friend? Come on in. Thank you so much. Appreciate you joining the live. This is the 10 o'clock. We're gonna see what the 10 o'clock brings. I've been toying around, and I don't know if I'm gonna do it yet. I might kind of ride out the month of July in the current model. How you doing, Grizzly? Thank you for joining. I might ride out the month of July in the current model of doing my 10 o'clock and my 4 o'clock. But I'm touring. I'm playing around with the idea of one of them. We'll see what that looks like. Which one in particular would have to be sacrificed? So we got to think about. I'm thinking through that. What does that look like for me to continue to do both sessions, the 10 and the 4, in an ongoing basis? With the thinking that obviously I want to add some more coaching. We'll see what happens with the agency conversation. We'll see what happens with shop because I want to produce more content. So there's some things I'm kind of thinking. How you doing, Original? Appreciate your friend for the. Thank you so much for the popular vote. Appreciate you coming in, level 26. How's everything going? Are you a live host too? Let me know if you are also a live host, friend. Thank you so much for coming in and sending those hearts. I love that unapologetically me. That's it. What can we do of videos now? Say that again. What can we do of videos now? I mean votes. Oh, votes. I said videos. I was in my head. I was looking at views, thinking videos. Votes. What can you do with the votes now? You know what I think? Let me confirm. I think there is another wave or another round. Let's look at Community Fest. Let me look for you, friend. Um, I got 177. What does that go? Save item. Thank you so much. It doesn't show. I can't go back in. I thought there was like a winners. Is there? Okay, there's a winners list. Okay. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate you so much coming into the live. Thank you so much. Thank you for lighting up my gift gallery. Look at you, friend. Appreciate you with the finger hearts too and the support. Thank you all for coming in and the roses. Thank you so much. You can do one for 3 hours and combine both topics. Coach Miss Jessie, what you talking about? Are you talking about the Daily Heart Me? I mean, are you talking about the Community Fest? What can you do with all the votes? I honestly, I think they're done because I just clicked Community Fest and I don't see anything, friend. I wish I saw something that was saying what community. I think Community Fest officially ended yesterday at midnight. I think it officially ended. So yeah, I don't think there's anything you can do with the votes now. Yeah. If you didn't cast them by yesterday, that would be my thought. Know your change. Oh, you were talking about me changing my hours. You were talking about me changing my hours. Yes. Yes. That was the thinking. Not that the thinking is that I probably if I was to continue, that's the thinking. If I was to in terms of my hours, because I was just saying I'm doing a 10 o'clock and a 4 o'clock, and at some point I'm gonna have to make a conscious decision on if I continue to do the 10 and the 4. So that's what we're doing right now. So I'm doing the 10 right now. I'll do the 4 later. I'm thinking I'm going to continue along this path in July, but we'll see. And if I continue, to your point, Coach Miss Jessie, I will do maybe a 2.5 to 3 hour live for one of those time frames. So yes. And you said, hey, are you battling? You asked about. I came on here. That's how I started this live. I was like, y'all, I don't think I'm battling. Heart and Joy, how are you, friend? Thank you so much. Why did you ask that, my friend? Iridescent, the real glam life closet. Were you trying to battle, friend? Nika Grace, how are you coming on into the live, friend? Appreciate you as well. How you doing, Red? How are you, friend? I saw you coming in as well. I'm cheering for everybody coming in. Thank you all for stopping through the live. Good morning, friend. Good morning. Rest in between cleaning. We are moving in 3 days. Ooh. Are you moving far away or locally? Are you staying locally? Locally for you is Romania. Do I have that correct? Heart and Joy? Let me know where you're at, friend. Another city. Nice. Thank you so much, Original M. Thank you so much, friend. That was for, let's see. I had things in there for like the different gift galleries. Let's see. because you know TikTok will make recommendations. Original EM, you look at you. You all into the gift gallery, friend. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. That is sweet. This is Monday, y'all. This is Monday. Monday, the gallery has been renewed. Um, and so the gallery is now renewed and it is all there. Let's see. I'm just gonna put something the necklace. Hello, friend. Pirate Craig, how are you? Looking to supplement my income, retire 53. Okay, okay, run small grass service business for several years. Like several is looking to expand it. Um, Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Yeah, social media could be a good way to do it then. Engagement here. Thank you. I want to get to your question. Let me get to comments because I think ultimately it's going to be a matter of building your channel out. How many followers you have on your channel right now? I can't check because I'm in the live, but let me know. Hello, friend. I'm from Romania, but I live in Turkey. Okay, okay, okay. There we go. Awesome, awesome. So you're moving to another city within Turkey. Nice, nice. Um, Nice. That's awesome. Well, yeah, definitely. And you have the little ones too that you got to pack up. Thank you all for coming in. I appreciate you all joining the live. Lori Lynn, thank you so much. Lighten Up Others Gift Gallery also helps push your live out as well. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Thank you so much, friend. I appreciate you. Yes. And let me talk about the gift gallery real quick because to your point, yes, it does push out the current live, my live, and it also helps you as a viewer. I always want to note that because TikTok sees that engagement, and as people are engaging with you in the live, they're connecting with you, and then they will engage with your content too. So it's like I always say it's like this circle of life here in TikTok, and so yeah. Oh, you said you're doing a moving series video right now on my other channel. Really? Okay. Awesome. Oh, you got 177. What do I have 177 of? What does that mean? Oh, okay. You're talking about on the community fest. I was like, what was 107? I was like, that ain't in the room. I was like, in community fest. I did. So I looked at it a little while ago because someone asked, like, what do I do with the votes? Nika, let me know. Do you know the answer to that? Because when I looked, it just shows my final standing. It's over. So I said the votes are done. You can't do anything with them. So unfortunately, I don't think there's anything that can be done with them. So yes, thank you all who are coming into the live. I appreciate you all coming in. Thank you so much. TikTok is sharing the live with all of you all. Thank you so much for joining. So what I will say, appreciate your friend. Thank you so much. How you doing, the peach plug? So yes, 177. I'll probably add that to my story, so I can say here's where I landed. I was in the technically the top 200. I was in 200 under 200. So hey, that's good, ain't it? So yes, it was an experience. I would encourage you all to do community fest in the future, but just gotta know what you're getting into. It is a thing. You said my phone is bugging. It had you on one side of the screen. Really? Oh my gosh. Okay. Although I did get some coins. What'd you get? You mind sharing? Did you mind sharing from your votes? Because the global round had 10,000 to earn. So I think the pool was 10,000. You said you got 237. Oh, look at you for Community Fest. Congratulations. That is no, seriously, that's good. That is really good. Thank you all who are joining the live. I appreciate you all. Good morning, my friends. How are you doing? Thank you so much, Kansas Derek. Kansas Derek. It was all one word for 1 second. I was like, what is this? I said, what is that a different language? Then I had to separate it. Kansas Derek, let me share something with you. So now that I know, now that I've had that happen to me, I can spot it when it's for other people's accounts. So let me share something with you, friend. If you're still with me, just put a heart in the just say hi or something like that, so I can share it with you real quick. Soda, how you doing, friend? Good morning. Good morning. So here's what I will tell you. When you created your profile name, you clicked your username and you put that in. And what has happened is that your username became also your nickname. So if your account is over 7 days old, and I'm assuming it is, you can go back and change your nickname so that it can separate out the Kansas and the Derek. So you can have a capital K, the word Kansas, space, Derek, and it's separated. So, because right now it's all lowercase and it's the same as your username. So I'm pretty confident that's what happened to you. You just never probably went in to change it, but you can change it. When you did it originally, you had to wait 7 days. You had to wait 7 days to change it, but now you can go in and change it, friends. So you are all good. So I just want to share that. I did a video about that recently, just so that people know not to let that um, thank you so much, friend. Not to let that trip you up too much. Okay? So just know that is something you can change. Thank you all for the shares. I appreciate all the support, friends. Um, I had set my alarm last night, tried to go drop the rest of my votes after my timeout ended, but didn't. Oh. So what do you think that would have been? What do you think you would have gotten? Do you think you still would have gotten more? Because I got the impression, and this is maybe where my takeaway hearing you guys talk about the first round with regionals. It seemed as if everybody got like 70 cents, and so that was the split. So if the other split was even based on qualified participants, then I don't know if you would have gotten more of a share. Thank you so much, the Peach Blood. Appreciate your friend. Yeah, I don't know if you would have got a bigger share. That's the only thing I would say. I was thinking like, well, maybe it wouldn't have been a bigger share, but you would have gotten you would have finished. You laughing about the hat and mustache. Godson, thank you for joining, friends. I appreciate everybody coming into the room. Let me know where you're from. Let me know if you are already with me. Let me know. Appreciate everybody coming through. And let me know if you have any questions. We're going to get to chatting and talking and stuff about ways to monetize. Yoli Vibes, how are you, friend? Thank you so much for being here as well. And so we'll get to talking and chatting a little bit. Appreciate you all joining. So this particular live, the way I started this live off is that, okay, now that Community Fest is over, now that Community Fest is over, I think the Real Glam Live she asked was I going to be battling. I had actually said it even before she came in. I said, I don't know if I'm going to be battling. That was, not that it was a lot. It was just a thing. And let me say this, Community Fest was a great showing. It got more eyes on my channel. I gained, I'm going to just say in a general guess, I probably gained close to 500 new followers. So that is good. That is good. Yes, and then it said I got up to 177, so that is awesome too. Hey, that is good for a first timer. And so we'll see for next year. Community Fest and Live Fest are the two big ones that TikTok promotes. Yay for new followers. That's it. Yay for new followers. New eyes on the account and stuff. Now we'll see if they're engagers. We'll see if they're quality engagers. That's what I teach. But at the same time, people, it did require you to just kind of go through a couple different hoops. To a certain extent, I think they probably should reevaluate that process. And then we even talked about it the other day. There's a lot of live hosts that are not doing it. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of live hosts that are in the A League and stuff. They ain't not even do it. So us people down here in the C League and the D League, we sitting up here putting treasure boxes up and trying to battle and trying to open up treasure boxes. It's just a lot. And then from the viewer perspective, you guys are jumping around to different rooms. So it was a thing, and I think we all can agree that it was a thing. Okay, so but yeah, new followers on the account. Thank you all who are joining live. New followers on the account is awesome, and just looking to make sure people are getting as much support and information as possible. That's Sonia. How are you, friend? Thank you for joining the live. Appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. Are you new to TikTok? Let me know. What's your goals? Yes, I got 35. And that's good for me. Launch your income is a great learning opportunity. Thank you so much, friend. I appreciate that. That's what it's all about. So, I mean, I appreciate the new followers, the new eyes on my account. I just hope, those people are engagers and they come back and learn a little bit more and just kind of think about how they can grow, whether it's through content creation or live streaming, And so that's what I teach. I just want to make sure people are getting as much as possible out of this experience. TikTok is a thing, though. I say whether it's Community Fest, whether it's going live, whether it's creating content, it's a thing, okay? So you got to make sure that you are going to be an engager to really benefit from this app. And overall, making sure you're thinking about your strategy. So I think that's going to be most important because sometimes people are like, oh, well, you're looking at people who've gone viral, you're looking at people who have amassed a lot of followers, and you're like, why not me? What's going on? I think that goes into your strategy. You said, I'm pretty new. I found and followed you last night. Let me go get my daily heartbeat. Appreciate you, friend. There we go. There's another campaign right now, too. It is. I clicked the Encore one. How you doing, Graphic Express? Thank you so much for being here. I did click the Encore. Let's see. I want to make sure. So with the Encore, it kind of, what does it do? It starts over each day, I'm assuming. So I am here when it comes to, thank you so much for the daily heart me. And then it'll ask for fan club comments. UG, how are you, friend? Thank you so much. Okay, so here's what I did for the Encore, just so I say it out loud to you all, because I want to make sure if you guys are going to do the Encore as well. And essentially, I'll pull it up for you all so you guys can see exactly what I'm talking about. Just imagine, thank you so much. Come on in. Good morning. Good morning. That's Sonia. Let me know if you have questions, my friend, because I know you are. You said, I'm still learning. I'm still new. Let me know if you have questions. And, let me know. Let me say this. If you have questions, as a new person, I like to answer those questions. This is kind of a no judgment free zone. so don't feel like your question is going to be judged or any kind of shade, or only reason why I won't answer your question is that I don't see the question. Because TikTok will filter you sometimes. It ain't me, it's TikTok. 90% of the time. Sometimes the comments will get away from me and I'll miss them. But for the most part, it is TikTok. So I do answer questions. I'm in the chat. I don't have moderators. So I try to make sure I am here with you all. I am in the trenches. Good morning. Thank you so much, UG. I heard a rumor about this app ending soon. Ooh. Did you really? I don't know. I think it's a rumor. Be right back. Thank you so much, friend. I think it's, I don't know. Because I've heard a couple things too. So it's funny you say that. So I heard two things. Well, saw two things rather. And I guess I'll talk about that. Give me 1 second. We need to check that out. Yeah, I'll talk about it too. You said I heard it too. So yeah, I'm gonna talk about it in a second too, because I did see something. Even when I was in Italy, I saw something. So I'll talk about that in a second. Everybody said I heard it too. I heard it too. It's not that they're switching it out to a different one. Yeah, that's what I'm. So yeah, let me recap that really quickly. Community Fest Encore. If you click Community Fest Encore, just know that there's a couple things happening with that. He said, I'm back. There's a couple things happening with the Encore. You'll see where it's based on your fan club a lot too. So there's things about comments. So if people come in to get your daily heart me, you want the fan club to actually put comments. So that's something else that's being tracked. And so I'll talk about that throughout the live just so that you guys see in terms of, or hear me talk about, the comments and stuff and making sure we get more fan club comments. So what I heard, okay, Don, that will be nice. If it goes through, yes. Okay, I'm back. How you doing, Sonia? So here's what I will say. What I heard, so when I was in Italy last week, it was local news. The only thing you can get, it wasn't local news. The only news you can get was like CNN in English. Everything else was Italian. So this one I can say I heard. I can't see it up there. When you scroll over, you don't see the daily heart me with a crown. It's like a little daily heart me. Looks like almost like the little funny character daily heart me, like this one that's popping up. And so thank you so much, friends, coming in. That's Sonya with the daily heart me. Appreciate you. Thank you so much, my YT people. Appreciate you. Good evening. It's good morning this way. Thank you so much for being here, though. Where you from, friend? Let me know where you're from. Um, you guys know really quickly, just so you don't think I'm talking to myself. I also co-stream. I always say that to you all. I co-stream on the YT. You're welcome. Thank you so much. How you doing? Happy coming in. And so, since I co-stream, people are coming into the chat, so that's what's happening. Thank you so much. So here's what I'll say. When I was in Italy, they had some commentary. That's what I'm saying. Commentary. Community builder. Thank you so much. That's what I'm doing. Oh, is that what it says? Yes, that's it. Community builder. You're right. That's it. That's it. It says community builder. It's and when you click it, if you click it, it says community encore. Yep. So that's exactly what that is. Thank you so much, Happy, for being here. So what I will say is, with the new rollout of the negotiations, I'm sorry, with our administration in China, they're essentially making sure that they're still moving forward with trying to get a deal, trying to finalize things. I got the impression, this is my takeaway, I got the impression that there was a deal in play, but they also interviewed, I don't know if you guys know Shark Tank, one of the sharks on Shark Tank, Kevin O'Leary. He was on there, and he essentially was saying how, for the way the government is, for the U.S. government, and the way that legislation was written, is that it cannot accept any deal, cannot be accepted that has the current algorithm in play. So whoever purchased it would have to rewrite the algorithm. So that coincides with some social media posts that I've seen recently that talked about they were going to rebuild it for US and have a new a new algorithm for US, a new TikTok essentially for US. So that's what I've heard. So I don't know if anybody heard anything else, but I've heard that they're going to revamp it, rebuild it, and so that kind of coincides with that interview that I listened to about a week ago on it was a CNN interview, and pretty much he was saying that was pretty much what would need to happen anyway. Now, my husband and I, we were joking. I was like, because he wants to buy it, but clearly I was like, I don't think he'd a buyer, because he seemed like he kind of was feeling a certain way about, whoever got it, they would need to do this work. And so it was just his tone that I was kind of responding to. But at the end of the day, he did mention that whoever got it, based on the current legislation, it would have to be rewritten. Let me read comments some more. 4 more friendship bracelets to Dr. Lisa's Gold. Thank you so much. How you doing, Luna? Appreciate you coming on in. How you doing? Phenomenal. Thank you for that daily heart me. My friends, thank you so much. Correct, you're right. And I thought I heard the same thing. Thank you, Sonia. Appreciate your friend. Interesting. Yes, correct. Yep. How do you co-stream? I have YT channel. Would love to be able, to do both at the same time. I got you. Give me 1 second, friend. Let me catch up on a few comments. How you doing? Happy? Hi, I love friend. DD, how are you, friend? Hello, everyone. Appreciate you all coming in. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for all the comments. Good morning, Ramona. Ramona, thank you so much for being here, friends. I appreciate all of them. Great. Appreciate y'all. So yeah, so that's what I heard in that particular interview. So I do how you doing, Candor? How are you, friend? Thank you so much for being here. You are a new account. We're gonna give you some homework, friend. You are brand new, number 9 followers. And so I want to give you a little bit of homework, because I'm gonna make sure that you are optimizing your profile for TikTok, so you have a bio. So you want to have a bio written, or keywords in that bio. First of all, you do it for TikTok, because TikTok needs to know who you are. Second of all, you do it for us, because we want to know who you are. But you do it for TikTok because they use that to determine how to categorize you and send your content out. Good morning. And send your content out to people who are looking for your content. So that is essential for you to get, in more engagement in your content. And then when you come into a live stream, people will click your photo and read your bio and see who you are that way. Hello, Miss Darlene. Appreciate your friend. So my friend asked the question about me co-streaming. Hold on 1 second. That was Just Imagine. I was about to say, where was that comment at? Thank you so much, Just Imagine. Let me know if you're still in the room. Appreciate everybody coming in. Thank you so much for joining the live. I appreciate all the supporters. If you grab the daily heart me, if you click that heart plus, put a comment in. You said, I'm here. Put a comment in because we are doing the Community Fest Encore. And so the Daily Heart Me, the fan club folks, they want to make sure there are individual comments we're capturing for that as well. Appreciate you all being here. Let me reset the goal real quick and we'll do a few more friendship bracelets. Well, you know what? Maybe we'll do the donut because that is, I think that's in the gift gallery. I'm not sure if it's been filled. I'll just put that in there for now. Okay, so here's what I do. Let me show you in real time, my friend. Just imagine you ask the question. Thanks for the update and the changes. Yeah, so that's what I heard. I don't know what timeline that means. Like I said, I think there are I think there is a buyer. And I wouldn't be surprised if there's a buyer and that extension for September was to make sure if there was going to be a new app, all that was kind of being worked out as well, and all the details of that, and maybe all that'll get rolled out when the new app comes out. I heard September's the date. Yeah, the new date for this extension is also September. Yeah, so the new date with this extension, because you know we just got another extension in June. And so we're on a 90-day extension this time. The other two were 75 days. Now we're on a 90-day extension. And so this 90-day extension would end somewhere around the middle of June. I'm sorry, the middle of September, September 18th, 19th, 20th, somewhere along in there. Okay, but we will be here until March 2026. Why is that? What do you mean by that? What does the March 2026 date mean? I plan on being here in March 2026 too, but I don't know why. I'm just gonna be here. I'm just gonna be here. I ain't going nowhere. Enable the rebuild to enable the rebuild of the app. Oh, so you're hearing something different. I don't know anything about a March date. So there's some additional details surrounding that. Let me know. Usually let me know if you want to come up. Let me answer Just Imagine's question real quick. She asked about my co-streaming. So Just Imagine, you said yes. I haven't heard. Now that's the piece of the tea I haven't heard. So anybody want to come up, hit a guest feature, and I'll have you come up and we could talk about it. Thank you so much for my title gifters. I appreciate you all coming in. Let me answer my friend's question real quick. So Just Imagine, you asked the question about co-streaming on TikTok, on YT and TikTok. So you have to have you have to have 50 subscribers to go live on YouTube. 50 subscribers. With those 50 subscribers, excuse me, let me turn this fan off. With those 50 subscribers, you can then click the go live button, and then literally I'm on my tablet. Almost there then. Yeah, go ahead, go live and tell people to go over to your channel, to click your channel to become a subscriber. That's essentially what I was doing early on, but I'll show you real quick, friend. So you can tell I just flip my camera around. I'm on my tablet. This is my tablet. So I'm on my tablet, and I'm literally live on my tablet. You can see me up there. I'm live. It's not a lot of people. YouTube's a little different. YouTube is not TikTok. It's a little different. But essentially, when you're on your tablet, you're vertical. This is interesting. Yeah. So when you're on your tablet, you're vertical. You can send out a signal where it kind of will go out for Michelle. Yes, Michelle Crochet. She's my moderator. Definitely connect with her if you can. She says it's like being on the highway. So you're on the highway, you're on the interstate. Whereas if you just go vertical on your laptop or something like that, horizontal, I'm sorry. So I'm on my laptop too. You see me streaming there here. So I just show the channel so I can see the comments. I like to see the comments from over here because on my tablet, they don't come up and stay up as long. So they stay up on my computer. So because of that, I thank you for the donuts, friend. I am not on my tablet because you only stream out to your subscribers. So because I'm trying to grow this channel, I'm a little over 400, not 1,000. I wish it was 4,000. 400. So I'm a little over 400. YouTube is a little harder to get. Let me flip my camera back around so I can talk. It's a little bit harder to get subscribers because people actually, and here's the downside of it. People actually have to be logged in, Hello, friends. How you doing? How you doing, Tasha? How you doing, Coach Rhonda? People actually have to be logged into their Google account, and they actually have to intentionally click subscribe. Now, 9 times out of 10, people don't do that. When you go over there to watch a video, you just watch a video and swipe and keep going to the next video, or the next video might play immediately afterwards. So you're not necessarily doing the same interaction. So it's imperative for you to kind of encourage people to go over there, click your subscriber button, connect with you. You probably should also think of strategies to get people over there intentionally too. You said okay, just imagine. Thank you. So strategies in a sense of, so what I did early on, and this is really how I got the 50 with my Instagram group chat, my bundle. People purchase that. You really gotta hustle. Yeah, you really gotta hustle on it on YouTube. Now, I'm gonna thank you for saying that. I'm gonna put a little caveat to that. So people purchased the bundle, and in the bundle, I had an orientation video that was on YouTube as an unlisted video. And so that's where I told people to go ahead and click subscribe, put a comment in, subscribe to the channel, and they did. And so I got 50 because of my purchases from that other. So I would say you want to be creative. That was kind of a creative way of just getting people over to my channel. And then once I was able to start streaming, live streaming over here, I've been asking people to come follow me, connect with me, and it's grown. So really, I started this officially in April. So I was kind of late to the game. That's smart. Yeah. I was kind of late to the game. I could have started probably in early March. That's when I had hit the 50 mark. I didn't do anything in March. So in April, I was like, oh, well, let me just turn on the live stream and just start talking. And you guys know my early iteration, I had my son's little kitty tablet that I would just live stream from that. And so then I've upgraded to I have a web camera for my laptop, and I've upgraded to my tablet, my iPad. But with that, I've been intentionally streaming each time I go live. And since then, from April to July, I've grown 360 subscribers, essentially. That's pretty much what the number is. It's somewhat around 360, which is great. Like I said, I had the 50 already, so I'm a little over 400 now. So yeah, that's it. So yeah, thank you so much, friends. I appreciate all the support. So when it comes to you got to hustle on the YouTube side, yeah, you got to be creative. YouTube, but I will tell you, YouTube is the long game. Here's why I say that. Because it's not something where you're just going to sit in and quickly monetize. You're going to be creative about your monetization. You can drive traffic over there, again, to your different resources, your different links. People also have, and honestly, I haven't set it up yet. I'm going to. But people have like the Patreon accounts, that type of stuff that they have set up as another monetization option for people to click and become subscribers that way. So that's another way you can drive people to your membership. And so that's something else I'm about to start too. But with that, you also have to think about YouTube in terms of ad revenue, and they have super chat. They don't have that until you have 50 subscribers and 3,000 watch hours. I'm sorry, 500 subscribers and 3,000 watch hours. But you have other monetization options that come along with YouTube. So if you are being really strategic, you can just be in it for the long haul and just continue to grow. And before you know, you're monetizing. So I say it's the long game, and I think you should jump in and just continue to do it. That's essentially what I'm doing. But just know that it's not going to be an instant windfall. Okay. There's some people who talk about that. That's not the case. It's just not. Unless you got a whole lot of followers and you drove them over here and you were really, like I said, you're going to have to be really strategic about getting your traffic over to here. I love YT. I got to start dual stream. Yeah, just dual stream. That's it. If you got two different devices, yeah, I got my phone and I got my tablet. Those are the only two I need. The reason I have my computer is just because my computer is here. And like I said, I like to see the chat. So what I do, now here's another cheat code. I log in under a different account and I'm watching my live stream. So I'm getting watch hours. So that's what I'm doing also. Now, I don't have the watch hours that you need. Like once I get to 500 subscribers, and I'm at 4, I think I'm at 405 or something like that. Once I get to 500 subscribers, I need 3,000 watch hours to be able to get some of those other monetizations. I think I'm at around 1,500 watch hours. So I'm grossly under the watch hours I need. But, like I said, it's the long game. That's what I say. I just stay the course, keep doing what I'm doing, and continue to tell you all. And if there's anybody in the room who wants to go and subscribe to my channel, I would appreciate it. It is Dr. Lisa Launch Your Income. Same name here, same name over there. So you can go ahead and subscribe to my channel, friends. All right. You said this is a good idea. Thank you so much. Appreciate y'all all being here. How you doing? Hi, Brownie. Thank you so much for joining. Brownie, I'm going to give you some homework, friend. I do that too. There we go, friend. If you say hi, say that again. If you say hi back, if you say, Brownie, I said hi to you, but thank you for being here. But I'm gonna give you some homework, friend. Make sure your profile is optimized so that you can get followers. Because people may not follow you right now, based on your current account, because you don't have a bio, so they don't know who you are. So you got to have words in your bio. You always want to have words so that you can start building your community and people will engage back with you. I need to adjust my names in all the platforms for branding purposes. Yes, that's exactly it. So I talk about that too because this particular account, that's what I shared with somebody earlier. This particular account, I had a different my username here was different from my other channels. My nicknames were all the same, but my username was different. So I just changed this one to Launch Your Income. So all of them are now Launch Your Income. So yes, for branding purposes, yeah, you want to be able to communicate. Here are my channels on all platforms. Do you say streaming on my TV on second device? Did you say? Yes, that's the way I do it. Now, there are third-party streaming services. There are third-party streaming services, so you could do that. I don't invest in those currently. Again, my goal was to grow the channel as much as possible before I started investing in other third-party platforms. So I'm kind of doing this kind of the low budget way right now. So when you think about just taking my laptop, logging into my YouTube and hitting live, that's essentially what I'm doing. So from two different devices. So really, with the third party system, streaming. Did I just see Holly Q come in? Holly Q, you're probably a good person to talk about it because she does do third party streaming. Thank you so much, all who are in the room. Thank you so much for the 50. What was that? Congratulations on 50. Thank you so much. 50 followers, I think. Good morning. How you doing, friend? So I think, Holly Q, you do Restream, StreamYard. I don't think you do StreamYard. You do a different one. Which one do you do, friend, in terms of your streaming service for YouTube? Yes, I use Riverside for streaming on YT. There we go. Riverside. So let me ask this question. And I guess this is, yes, Michelle Crochets, how are you? I know you're fine. You're on time, friend. We are actually talking about YouTube right now. So this is the topic of conversation. Let me ask my question real quick though, Holly Q. So with your Riverside, when you stream, okay, friend, are you streaming from multiple platforms? So are you using YouTube, your TikTok? Are you doing all three? And then I guess my ultimate question is, how does that impact getting new followers? So the new followers is my ultimate question. I'm a podcaster, so I already have it, so no extra investment. Okay, gotcha. So okay, it is an investment. It is an investment to have Riverside, but you're saying you were already using it. I just want to make sure, are you saying Riverside is free? Because free we do. We do free. So let me know if you're actually saying it's free. I'm assuming you're not, because you already had it and you essentially was still using something you were paying for. So let me know if that's the case. All my friends coming in, I appreciate you all joining the live. Let me know if you have questions. I appreciate the support. If you are coming in, how you doing, Renee? I see your friend. And if you have not clicked the Daily Heart Me, click the Daily Heart Me and put a comment in so we can get a comment for this Community Fest Encore Edition version that we're doing. Thank you so much, friend. So yes, so when it comes to the other, let's see. Thank you so much for the shares, Renee. I appreciate your friend. When it comes to the other streaming platforms, I would say it's up to you. I've heard positive things about them, so let me say that. I think they're really good to have. I think because my mindset, and this is where I'm at in my journey, my mindset is about growth. I'm looking at obviously hitting some of those other milestones with new subscribers and stuff. I'm not being as concerned with quality for the YT as much as quantity. So, over time, quality does matter because you need people to engage in your content if you want your channel to grow and you want, more views and stuff. So that does matter because you're going to need engagers. So I say that out loud, but I think right now my mindset is focused on, okay, how do I go about this where I can get as many followers as possible, and then I want to be strategic based on what I'm currently doing over here and and in my other ways of doing my business that I'm also able to grow and get more engagement. Wait, no, I'm sending a heart, man. This is TikTok is shady. Luna, I appreciate you. Luna, you looking out for me. Thank you so much. I haven't seen the flash go. Wow, you're so pretty. Thank you so much. I appreciate the compliment, friend. But I sent it. Did you send it? Did you send it? I was gonna say, well, wait a minute. You can hold off. Yes, TikTok will send me the flash goal that is all heart me's, and all y'all in the room have already sent heart me's. TikTok, no, you know me wrong. TikTok is so wrong for that. But we'll see. I haven't seen the flash goal yet. We will see what they send because TikTok is known for doing the most, doing the absolute most on this here Monday morning. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate you all joining the live. We are just doing all things for. We were talking about Community Fest. We were talking about some other news. Yes, Michelle, you said, hope all of you are doing well. Thank you, Content Creation, please. Yes, Dr. Lisa, I have to drop off in 30 minutes. Thank you so much, Michelle. I appreciate you. So just really quickly, my friends who was new, just imagine, are you still in the room? I didn't send my yet either, waiting for it. Yes. TikTok. TikTok is real shady. It got a little shadiness going on. We know what it does to me sometimes. So I get it. So yeah, I haven't seen the flash go. So if I get the flash go, we'll put it out. So I came on later. I think I came on right around 20 after. I think it was close to 10:20. Oh, okay. And so yes, Michelle, you came over here. Let me say something. I like you. Yes, I'm solid black wellness. Okay, you're seeing your information. Yeah, I haven't seen it yet. I'm gonna look and see if I see it. Thank you all for being here. Yes, Michelle. So yes, Michelle is in the room. She is my moderator for YouTube, and she's also a YouTube coach. So she is helping me with building my channel, understanding the differences in terms of how the two platforms work, and just really growing in the YouTube space. Thank you for that daily heart, me friend. If you want to grab her real quick, she is so close. Did you hit 1,000 yet? Ooh, let me know if you're so close, because I know you said you've been sick. So she is so close to hitting 1,000. So she's definitely somebody you want to connect here. Her name here is the same on YouTube. And so you can get her over there as well. Same exact name. She's really good when it comes to helping you understand the algorithm, helping you understand how some of the differences in terms of monetization over there on YouTube, and then being very strategic about your strategy and growth. Now, again, I say I'm doing the long game. Now, some of the stuff I do, Michelle will not tell you to do. I'm going to tell you that right now. She's going to tell you Dr. Lisa is doing things Dr. Lisa's way. And Dr. Lisa's way is not necessarily the right way to do things if you really are trying to be a YouTuber. Okay. I'm being a live host and I just do these live host videos. That's what I've been doing. But with that being said, she will definitely give you context in terms of putting content out there for your audience. If you are going to leverage shorts and have a shorts channel, because that's what she would tell you to do. If you're going to do shorts, do a shorts channel, because don't try to commingle, because those are two different types of viewers. So you just got to kind of be mindful of that. She would also tell you a little bit more about understanding your viewer overall, your subscriber. My YT strategy is unorthodox too, is it really? She's laughing at me in the chat over here. Michelle's laughing at me. She's like, yes, you are. I'm a hot mess. I'm the opposite. I love your words, unorthodox. I am total opposite of what YouTubers would say to do. So yes, but with that, what I do, she said, "Hey, Halakia," she's talking to you, Halakia. Very improvising. Exactly, exactly. So most of my channels are these live streams, and so I do need to produce content. Long form content is what she would tell you to do. That is honestly the I'm gonna say the traditional method and the gold star method. Okay, so when you think about being over there as a YouTuber, you want to be able to have people engage in your content, your long form content, because the strategy is watch time. Those watch hours matters. Okay? So if people are watching and binge watching your content, that's good. Now, what I would say is that I need to take some of my videos I do here, and maybe some of these streams I've done and make them short form videos and maybe take clips of them. I have not invested the time in that process, so that's something I need to do as well. And yes, she said evergreen content is ideal. That's what she's saying. So essentially, the long form videos. I mean, here's the deal. When it comes to YouTube, your content is evergreen because essentially that video's out there unless you make it private and don't make it available for people to see. People can search for that. So if you have content that is SEO friendly, people are searching for that type of content. People are looking for what you have to offer, and you understand how to optimize. Essentially, when we talk about optimizing your profile here, you got to optimize over there as well. And so you especially need to optimize over there because here's the deal: YouTube is owned by Google. I don't know if you didn't realize that, but it's owned by Google. And so because of that, it's a search engine. That's essentially what it is. They don't consider themselves social media. Like over here, this is social media. But they don't consider themselves social media. They say that, you gotta make sure that these videos are optimized. Yes, optimization is key. It is. And so and that's how you're going to get people to engage in your content because they essentially are searching for it and they're liking what they have that you're saying and they'll save that video, they'll comment on it potentially, and then ideally they will subscribe. Now that's the game, is to get to people to subscribe and hit that subscriber button. So as a tactic, you are always talking about subscribe to my channel, subscribe to my channel. You have words on your page that pop up to say subscribe to the channel. Make sure you subscribe. Maybe click subscribe. So a lot of that is happening. So it's a different approach. So you just got to understand how you're approaching it over there, and then again understand the rules of engagement. But a lot of times you need support and coaching, and there's videos out there, but you get to the point where you're binging so many videos, so you might need additional hands-on, hand-holding support. And so that's what Yes Michelle provides. My husband keeps lecturing me about how AI is changing search. It is, yeah, yeah. So yeah, you're constantly having to optimize these videos, and you with a YouTube, you need a Google. You're gonna have to really invest in understanding the Google Analytics and stuff like that too. The Google Trends, that's what they call it. So you gotta know all that too. Thank you so much. How you doing, Wine? Juanette, thank you so much. Blessed Monday morning, everyone. Appreciate you all coming in. Thank you all for joining the live. I appreciate the support. Let me know if you have questions. I appreciate everybody who's in the room, liking the live, sharing the live. I commented all the support. Um, Customized coaching is a benefit for the ideal growth. Yeah, it is. It is. You gotta have customized, personalized. Yeah, personalized attention. So absolutely, absolutely, friends. Thank you all who are coming into the live. We're gonna get to talking and chatting. If you are new to the room, go ahead and put new in the chat. I always like to see my new folks. And then if you are returning, let me know. So Yuji, are you still in the room? Because we were talking a little bit about some of the news we heard. You ain't new. That's whatever. We were talking a little bit about what to expect when it comes to some of the changes. You said returning. Thank you so much for returning, friend. Um, I was gonna ask you to come up as a guest real quick, just to kind of share a little bit more regarding what you heard when it comes to a March date. I hadn't heard the March 2026 date. What was that about? Let me know if you want to click invite and come up and just chat about it a little bit. I'm happy to do that. Heading back to my playground. Thank you so much, Frey. Appreciate you. Um, yeah, so we were talking a little bit about uh, TikTok, returning and learning. There we go. We were talking about TikTok in the sense that it is going to change a little bit. Okay. Um, Glam Girl, did you want to come up too? The real Glam Girl. Let me know if you want to come up. Did you? I saw what you had clicked. Let me know if I should accept yours. Alma. Hello. How are you, friend?
Good morning, good morning. Yes, I was in a live stream this morning and they were talking about the change and then they kind of had a name. You know, on this platform, you can be calling other people's name, you know? So they had a name for the thing, you know, it started with an M for the
Mm-hmm.
new one. And then they said more information is going to come up by September 3rd. And then we still can. So the transition is not going to be overnight because, you know, they're trying to build a new thing. So the new thing is going to actually kick in 2026 by March. So her advice was like, okay, we should just maximize and know and be preparing to transition, like downloading your videos, like saving stuff, like just kind of make and just letting people know, and then transferring over there with the same username and stuff like that, so that people can easily identify you.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Mm.
Okay. So,
So
so you're saying essentially that that's part of the new deal. So that's being communicated as part of the new deal that's out there.
yes, that is what I heard from her from the girls' live stream. So she was, you know, no, everybody will say, "Oh, it's a rumor," but to be honest with you, these rumors have their wings. They're gonna grow to what they grow to. So so her idea was, let's just prepare. Let's not sit here and get it shut down like it happened a while ago, and then we are stranded and not plan for what is gonna happen. So her thing was planning, planning, planning. Plan on what to do with videos that are very important for you, planning on transitioning, checking the other thing out and seeing what it is, and kind of knowing that, okay, we, you know, going to a place where you can be more. Her thing, I remember on that live stream, I said YT. She said, yeah, YT is the place to go because YT has been here for longer, and it's gonna be here longer because it's more stable. So that is a place where you could be shifting stuff to, so that you can always transfer from over there to the new thing. And I think the new one is going to be just US based. It's not going to be global. That
Oh,
is another thing. Mm.
interesting.
So
Okay, interesting.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
So far that is what I got from those streets. If I get more from the streets, I'm gonna be here to spill
Oh.
the tea. We are on the streets picking up information and just sharing with each other. So we're a
Absolutely.
family. We all have to grow, and we are gonna survive in this social media space.
Right, right. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, I guess I'm thinking about only being in the U.S. That kind of takes away from the obviously the global element, the ability to connect with people
Yes.
all over the world, and depending on what your
Yeah.
content is. Yeah, I want international. Me too. I do.
Yeah, me
So
too. I'm gonna miss that, you know. So I'm really gonna miss that because
yeah.
the international, I have a lot of friends over there that you still want to keep. So
Mm-hmm.
I really pray that I don't know. We just have to keep praying and see where this goes.
Exactly, exactly. Yeah, that definitely coincides with the fact that what I was hearing is that the app does have to change. That now that
Mm-hmm.
seemed to be pretty emphatic in terms of what was being communicated in that interview I had listened to last week, and pretty much that's
Yes.
what he was saying. He was like, based on the legislation, based on everything that's been done, it cannot be the same algorithm, so they would have to change it at some point. So yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we'll see. More to come. More to
I
come.
know. Okay.
All right, thank you so
Thanks
much, friend.
everybody for listening, and
Appreciate you.
just drop me.
All right,
Thank you
bye
guys.
bye.
I'm still in the comment section.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much, Eugene. Let me know. The Real Glam Life Closet. Let me know if you wanted to come up too. I saw where you had sent the invite as well. Thank you so much, friend, for sharing that. Yeah, that coincides with it's isolating. I know. Yeah, I think for that reason, I would have to reevaluate. We'll have to see. Welcome in, everyone. Thank you so much, Michelle. Appreciate you. Yes, one second. Okay, I'm coming. I'm pulling you up now. Oh, it's connecting. There you go. You there? Are you there, friend? Okay. Uh-oh, can you hear me? Did I pull you up too soon? I might have pulled up too soon. Are you there?
Yeah, I was like, wait 1 second. I went out the room and I heard, I said, is she talking to me?
I thought you said, wait just 1 second, I want to come up and talk. My interpretation was like you just needed a second to share what you needed. But then I was like, well, maybe you needed a second to get yourself together.
Yeah, I'm just trying to run out the room right quick. Somebody else at the door.
Oh.
So, my brother he's with an agency, and so he learns a lot of stuff.
Uh-huh.
And something I always tell people is to not listen to the rumors,
Mm-hmm.
to get it from the sources. If you got to Google some stuff and see where it's coming from. But if I could read this right quick, it's a little short, but it says TikTok is building a new version of its app for users in the United States ahead of a planned sale of the app to a group of investors. The information reported on Sunday, citing unnamed sources. Okay, so he's supposed to start talking to China Monday or Tuesday about a possible TikTok deal. What was the other part? So TikTok has developed a plan to launch the new app to U.S. app stores on September 5th, the report said. However, there's an app that's out there now. I don't know if that's the same app, but there's a new app that's on the App Store. I don't know if it's on Android, but I've been using that, and it's really nice. I'm not currently on that app right now, though. And so the extended deadline is to September 17th for them to divest the U.S. assets of TikTok. And the March date is saying that it doesn't have a number date. I think it was like the 20th of March, but that is for this app to continue working until then. So that's what they're saying. That's what the March date is.
Oh, okay.
My brother had just sent me all of this yesterday. So
interesting. So this particular app in the U.S. will end as of March 2026, and then in that time frame, you have to make a decision if you're going to migrate or take your, go into any of the other apps that are out there.
Yeah, and I would just say, if you have access to that app, you should download it. Don't delete this one because you're not gonna get it back. But download the other app, even if you have to use it on another phone that you may not have your account on or whatever, just so you can look through it and see how it's set up and all of that stuff. But I like it.
What's the name of it? Is it the same name?
It's under TikTok. I don't remember the exact name because I don't have it on the phone currently.
Okay.
So I had to delete it so I could do some other stuff. Because, I was just telling you, like, when I came in your live, it had you on the screen, like how we're on here now.
Yeah.
But there was nobody on the left side. And I was just like, oh, she battling. And I'm like, why is my phone doing that? Because you were like, yeah, I'm not battling. Like, what are you talking about? I had to just close the app out. And then when I opened it back up, it went back to how it's supposed to look. But my phone be doing so much. These iPhones be driving me crazy, girl.
So Renee asked the same question. So the other app is named TikTok, and so when you go to the App Store, you would
they're not gonna change the name because it's owned by what's it called, ByteDance or something like that, and so that part is not going away. It's just
Okay. And when you said it's nice, it's the same. Is it the same layout, or you're saying it's a different layout?
No, it's like it has you gotta look at it, Dr. Lisa. It's so nice, especially for creators.
Okay.
Especially for creators. So I don't know, like what I was kind of thinking was like if you're just gonna be not doing anything to like monetize on the app, I don't know if they're like if it's gonna be less things for you to be able to do. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know how that's gonna work, but that's kind of what it looks like on that other app. Like it's really geared towards the creators.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
Can I just do a little plug right quick?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay, so if y'all want more information on things like that and just things on YouTube, I specialize in stuff like that, especially for my moms that work from home.
tips on what you can do to help add to the money you already have. And I tell people to be careful about having anything digital as your primary income unless you have a plan in place and you already have some money on the back. Because you see a lot of people was complaining about they didn't get paid. They were supposed to get 4,000. They only got 500 because they were doing things in the terms and conditions that they said you couldn't do. And people don't read it, so they just figured, oh, I'm doing this, and then they don't get paid for it. And they were like really salty.
So you,
just be careful.
oh, you're talking about in terms of like the Creator Rewards program, people are,
Yeah.
okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, all right, friend. I appreciate you sharing that. Thank you so much. All right. Well, what name is you said your other, is it this page? No.
No, it's the iridescent account.
See, you need the iridescent account to be in so people can click to that one.
I'm gonna try to switch it again, but remember what happened last time when I tried to switch the names and I got messed up for a while. Nobody could find me, so I'm trying to make sure I do it right this time.
Okay. All right. All right. Take care. Thank you so much, friend. Okay, bye. Okay, friends. TikTok got you, got us our flash goal. And guess what it is, y'all? One guess. I told you TikTok. It is what it is, y'all. I know how they do me now. I just get it. I'm just accepting. You said stop. Yes, it did. It did. It did. He said I'm so mad. Uh-oh. He said I'm so mad. TikTok. I don't know. I don't know why it does me like that. It is what it is, y'all. Thank you so much. No, it's, oh, you said, Nika, yeah, Nika was smart. She said she saved us. I'm gonna get that one heart me, y'all. Because y'all all gave it already. Y'all, I was like, Dr. Lisa, we know how to come into a room. We know how to act. We know how to behave ourselves. Y'all come in, get your daily heart me. And I know better to drop it when I enter the room. I was gonna hold it until this afternoon if I needed to. TikTok is just I can't even explain it, y'all. I can't even explain it. It's interesting. It's hard because it's habit. Okay, thank you though. I appreciate you. Okay, now we have to wait to send heartbeats. Yeah. Well, you know what? I need to pay attention. Is there a pattern like on Mondays? Thank you so much, phenomenal. Um, wait, what? Make clowning. I know. Just dirty. Just dirty. I wonder if there's a Monday pattern. That's what I was thinking. Like maybe there's a Monday pattern that's happening that does that, and where TikTok doesn't have them. Um, that it's always the heart me. So I don't know. But yeah, that was real low down. They knew better. They was like, you know how many heart me's that have already come through the room. So why are you just gonna ask for 12 more? So we're not supposed to send it immediately. You know what? No, it's here's yeah. I mean, the flash goal is unpredictable. So if you want to participate in the flash goal, it is it has been the heart me quite a bit. I will say that it does land on the heart me. So if you have people who are going to come and go out your room, tell them to send it before they leave. Maybe you could ask them to hold off on sending it. I don't know if there's a rhyme or reason, but it just depends. Yeah. So I don't want to tell you no not to sit in at the top of the room, because again, it just depends. You might have somebody, you've been going live, because I've been going live probably right at an hour now. And so because I've been going live, they sent the flash goal, and you might have somebody who came in before the flash goal popped up and they left already. So I think it's just important that people send it whenever they're ready to send it. Thank you. Monday morning from my twin. That's your other account. Appreciate you. They're encouraging us to share it out for new Harmies. Oh, is that is something you're seeing that in the chat, Renee? Let me see if that's what you're seeing. Is that what you're saying? Are you saying that? The pattern is that it waits until we drop them and then puts it up. That I think that really is the pattern. I think it's really shady. Yes. You said TikTok goal. Are you saying that for like the Daily Heart Me for the fan club goal? I think that's what you're referring to, Renee. So yeah, it should count whenever they send it. Oh, hey TikTok, do you hear me? Exactly. I agree with that. If the person is still in the room and that person has sent the heart me already, that should count. I mean, it's just fair. That's the fair thing to do. If we share, newbies come to drop heart me. Yes, yes, definitely share. Let's share out the live because I haven't shared out my live. If you press down on my nose or my glasses, you can share out the live, and so that becomes another way we can get some friends in the room. Um, so yeah, we've been talking. Thank you all. How you doing, Sassy? Appreciate you with that daily heartbeat. We got 10 minutes left. We'll see if we get to 12. I think what did it just say? We were at 5. Okay, okay, that's not bad. Um, Appreciate you all coming through. Thank you so much. Um, Let me know if you have questions as well. If you're new to the live, we were sitting here chatting, so we were talking about a couple topics, making sure we all are engaging and connecting when it comes to um, understanding TikTok, but also understanding the YT, and then understanding the changes in TikTok too. So those are things that you want to be aware of. I'm gonna take a look. I'll look and see if I see another app to download. Um, yeah, I'll take a look and see if that it exists for me. I don't have another device to download it to. I was thinking about my tablet, but I don't think I have another device that I could add it to. My tablet has TikTok on it already also. So I think that's what you said. Iridescent, you were saying basically have a device that you don't already have the app on and then go to the app store and you should hopefully be able to get this new version and see what that looks like. So um, yeah, I'm curious. I'm definitely curious. And then honestly, I was thinking about getting a new phone. So this phone here um, is acting up lately. So maybe I will get a new phone and then add the app to that phone. But it's interesting. Even when you sync your phones and sync your data to a new phone, it it will bring over that app. So I guess I would need to delete it. I don't know. You told me not to delete. So I got to figure that out. How would I add a new device, a new app? Are you doing the July Jamboree campaign? I didn't do July. I have the Encore open. Which one did I do? I didn't do the July one. I did. What is July Jamboree? Um, I didn't. I was doing. It ended, so it's not showing. I think the Encore one I'm doing. I need to go back and look at some of the other campaigns. But what's up with the July one? Tell me that one, Nika. You can find it on the same iPhone, but I didn't have room to keep both. Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay. Good morning from Boston. How you doing, Lady D? Lady Di, appreciate your friend. I just brought the iPad last week and downloaded TikTok. Did you really? So did you do you have the newest one? The newest TikTok that I think you were asking, so maybe you don't have it yet. So thank you all who are coming into the room. Thank you the engagers that are joining. I appreciate you all joining. Let me know if you have questions. As you can tell, we are here. Make sure you share out the live. We're gonna get hopefully we get some more friends in the room. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. Yes, Michelle. Appreciate you for the support. Thank you so much. Yes. It's like certain gifts, dino gifts, and daily missions. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll take a look at that one. Interesting. You said, do I? How would I know? You know what? That's a great question. Iridescent, what would you know is the new one? How would you know the new one is the new one? Is it a different color in the app store? Is it different lettering, font size? How would you know it's the new one that you're downloading? I'm assuming. Hello, how you doing, K Faith? Appreciate your friend. I'm assuming you would know maybe by. Thank you all who are bringing in the daily heart me. I appreciate you all joining the live. Appreciate all the support, friends. Um, by looking at it, maybe you'll see that it's the new one because once you download it. So hopefully it's kind of obvious, but I'm not sure. Yes, about iCloud. Interesting. Thank you so much, Bridget, for the daily heart meeting. My friends coming in. You guys are doing awesome. We need four more of you all to come in. See if TikTok is just that shady. Like, no, you ain't gonna get those extra four. Not gonna happen, sister. But yeah, so we have the flash goal. That's what we're talking about. How's everyone doing? We're doing well, Lady D. How are you, friend? It has colors in it. Okay, so it does look different then. Um, he said I need to change iCloud for iPad though. Okay, gotcha. Um, so yeah, we were talking about just that there's potentially a new app out there for TikTok. Now I'm not gonna say potentially. There's supposed to be a new app out there for TikTok, and you can download it. It's supposed to be like this new version. So we're gonna take a look at that and see what does it look like. Um, do you have to have a let me ask this, iridescent? Are you logging into your same account or do you have to create a new account for it? Thank you so much, friend. If you don't mind putting that in the chat for me. Do you have to have your current account that you just log in and you log in a password, or are you creating a brand new account with this new app? And I assume you're saying you're going to create a brand new account because you say you use the same account. Okay, okay, interesting. All right. So yeah, I'll take a look at it then. I was thinking I would just create a new account and just play around with a new account. Okay. All right. So I'll take a look. See what does it bring. Thank you, friends. I appreciate you all coming in. Thank you for the information, though. That is what matters. So, couple things. Let me know my new people coming in, like Lady D. Anybody else in the room? If you guys don't mind sharing out the live, we'll share out the live so that we can get more friends in the room. So you'll see if you press down my glasses, my nose, anywhere on the screen, you'll see where you could send the live out and get more friends to hopefully show up and come to the live. I'm going to send it out to a few more people as well. And we'll see what we bring in, who's able to join us. Okay. And what I'm going to pivot in a second, because one thing I did do is that I did launch. It's out there. It's a soft launch, and I'll have it out there for the next week. So I'll talk about that in a second as well. But it is a launch of my coaching services. So that's out there. So we're going to talk through that. So you guys know it is out there. Appreciate the shares. I appreciate you all supporting the live. Thank you so much. So yeah, we are trying to think strategically. I have two different programs that are out there specifically, just recognizing that there's two different types of people who want support. So I'm going to talk about it here with you all. Thank you all for coming in. And then when I do my 4 o'clock, I'll talk about it again with the people who join us at 4 as well. So we are gonna so when I talk about coaching services, I want to make sure that I'm helping people based on where you're at and what you need. And so what I've done in terms of discerning who has who comes through my lives, who needs support, what type of questions I get, what type of questions I get in my one-on-one consultations. Because consultations are just that. They are essentially those quick meetings. I shouldn't say quick, but they are meetings just to kind of give you some information on terms of answering your questions, giving you some implementation in terms of how you can grow your live, support you in terms of um, getting you TikTok shop or telling you how to do things. So I'm kind of walking you through that. So that's what I see as a consultation. You want to meet with me and you want to just have this consult. Coaching actually to me is more substantive in terms of, hello, how you doing, Dazzler? Thank you for that daily heart me. Thank you for the daily heart me, friend. We got a flash go, so we'll see if we make it. We got three more. Three more that's needed in the next 2 minutes. So we'll see what happens. Thank you all. Come on in. Appreciate you. Three more in 2 minutes. Yep. Thank you so much, Nika. So we'll see. Let me see. Um, how you scamming? What does that mean? How you skim? Is that skimming? Scamming? Is that what you meant? Scamming? Let me know, Michelle. Let me know. Do you need a bio? You need a bio too, friend. Let me know what you meant by that, friend. You got hand heart too. Appreciate you, friend. Thank you so much. I don't think you're trolling me, but if you are, let me know if you're trolling me. I don't think you are, but I think you were asking a legit question with a hand heart. But let me know if you have a question, friend. And then you want to put a bio in, so you want to make sure you have a bio too. You know, I was like, I think she meant scamming, but maybe she didn't. Maybe it's a typo. We're just gonna go with that. So let me know how you need help, Michelle. Appreciate you. You're like, yeah, I'm side eyeing you too. Like, what, girl? You funny. Let me know. But yes, let me know if you have questions, Fred. I just want to make sure I'm answering questions too. All right, how you doing, Bountiful? Appreciate your friend. Anybody coming in the next 30 seconds, go ahead and click that daily heart me. Let's go ahead and get the daily heart me because TikTok is going to say we didn't meet our goal, but that is okay if we didn't. It is what it is. TikTok gave me a goal that was not very realistic because had already had a lot of our friends in here grabbing the daily heart me. Appreciate you all. So you said drop a heart me. Yes, yes. If you are in the room, um, let me know if you have questions as well. Appreciate you. All right, friends. Yeah. So we're not gonna reach it, but that's okay. Appreciate y'all coming in. That's okay. Oh, it came in. That's okay. It's all right, Chris. Bye. Bring it over. Back to work. See you this afternoon. Thank you, Renee. Appreciate you. Yeah, we just missed it. TikTok. TikTok, you are one special lab. One special lab. Look at you, friends. Thank you so much. It's all good. All right. So really quickly, you said yeah, yeah. That's how TikTok was. It was shade anyway because we knew it was gonna come and it was the heart me and everybody in the room had already grabbed the heart me. So that's how TikTok did, but that's okay. We all right with it. So yeah, I'm gonna start and people in the room list. But you gonna say sometimes the flash go will be like, I know. It's almost like we said earlier, if they're gonna send a flash go, they should make it so that anybody who's in the room still, if they got the flash go, they should get credit for that because those people got the flash go, so they did it. Yeah. So like, why would you send a new flash go and people in the room already? So yeah, it just don't make no sense. So anyway, that's part of that. So anyway, so a couple things I did. Coaching services are out there. We're going to start holding it. I know y'all might as well because at this point, TikTok is doing its own thing. So we might want to be mindful of how to support so that we can play TikTok's little game. Thank you so much, Michelle. Appreciate your friend. Um, all that came in. Thank you so much for the friendship bracelets. Appreciate you all. So a couple things. I put out there, and I'll probably talk about it because I know we're already an hour. What am I, about an hour and a half? Yeah, I'm almost an hour and a half in. And I was sharing this earlier. So as I think through the month of July, I'm probably gonna try to figure out because you guys know I'm doing shop. You guys know I am still meeting with you all in terms of mentorship and support, and the consultations, and now the coaching is going to be a part of it. And so the 2 times a day, I'm probably gonna have to reevaluate that. I haven't decided yet. I may roll this out throughout July because we're already July 7th, so we'll see. But I'll probably continue this. And then if the agency thing happens, it happens too. So that's something else that's gonna be on my plate. So just recognizing at this point, really just trying to make sure that I am being as efficient with time, trying to post content as well. So one thing I was saying earlier, I may try to make sure I'm streamlining the 10 and the 4. So that is something that I'm actually really evaluating. Part of that evaluation is going to come from rolling out the coaching. So I did drop the coaching, 2 different type of coaching programs out there. One's a longer form one that is 8 weeks. Another one, the other one is the accelerated one. It's 4 weeks. So essentially meeting with people on a weekly basis and trying to make sure I'm supporting them. I have an introductory price out there for those programs. I also have where I'm having a limited number of options that are availability because I'm gonna play this out. I almost feel like it's a soft launch because here's the reality of it. I think as we And this is human nature. We have the best intentions. We want to do things. We want to make sure we're growing. We're being intentional about what does that look like to get the support we need and the right type of support. And then, life gets to life and you don't show up and stuff like that. So I want to make sure I'm supporting people based on what they need and where they're at. And then I want to see people have success stories. So that's the other thing. I don't want to put something out there and people are not having success. Okay. It's easy to say, oh, I offer all these things and people are not growing. So I want people to grow. And so I've kind of been proud of the fact that people who got the bundle, people who are engaging and still connecting with me, they're growing. They are going live. They have their resources available to their community and they're doing their thing. And they're seeing some success from it. Okay? What type of coach, or is it explained in the store? It's explained in the store. You know what? Let me go through it. Thank you, Bountiful. You said, what type of coaching? Well, there's a couple of different things. So there's two different things. And what I was trying to do was create programs that were based on the majority need. Now, would I say this can be tweaked and altered based on someone else's needs? Absolutely. They can be customizable, personalized. They will be because they're one-on-one coaching. It's one-on-one. Um, but I should still use more. But I could still use more. You said I could still use more? Yes. So let me show you guys because I'm going to show you. If you click my profile picture up here, I will show you how to get to my stand store. If you click my profile picture up here, my mini profile pops up. If you go to my mini profile picture again, it'll take you to my store. My profile, I'm sorry, my main profile. And then in my main profile, hold on, I gotta reboot my computer. Okay, and so I'm gonna flip my camera. Okay, so there you guys go. Hold on, I'm gonna take my charger cord out. And then you're gonna see the stand store here. And then I'm gonna have it right at the top, coaching and consultation services. So this is the one that's 8 weeks. It's called the Launch, Dr. This is Launch and Align. It's an 8-week program. Essentially, there's 60-minute meetings via Zoom. That's what we're gonna do. And then this one is the Clarity and Launch Accelerator. And so that's a 4 weeks program. So the primary difference between the two of them is obviously the longevity, depending on what you need. But the overall goal, thank you all, appreciate you all. How do you get to that live event in your bio? How did you get that live event in my bio? You scheduled a live event. Let me see. When you go to the live home screen, you click live event and you schedule the live event and it shows up in your bio. Yeah. So whenever you schedule a live event, that's exactly where it's at. It's in your bio. Yep. So let's click this one. This one is going to be, let's see, and I did a steep discount because, and as you guys can tell, I only did 3 available spots for this one because it's 3 weeks, it's longer. I want to make sure people are able to participate and support. Oh my God, I always wonder where it went. That's where it went. It goes to your bio. And then you can put, you could tag it where you could add it to your post because it's also a link that you can add to your post as well as you can add it to your story. Yeah. So yeah, all it's there. It's like it's once you schedule it, you can put it multiple places. Yep. You got me thinking now I need to probably do a video on the live event. So I can show the different ways you can use it. But yeah, so that's what this is. So this is the launch and alignment. So this one particular I consider this one is my people who need a little bit more support with the go live journey, to talk about their services, to talk about what resources they have available, would actually go on live consistently, but then also building out your offering. So this is a little bit more comprehensive. That's why it's 8 weeks, because essentially, and let me share this. I'm gonna flip my camera real quick. So if you said this is a gem, thank you so much, friend. If you think about going live, here's the thing about it. Any live stream, whether you talk about TikTok, we talk about TikTok and its issues, or talking about YouTube, or talking about the meta, whatever. So if you're thinking about going live, and when you talk about having a product or a service that you're presenting to people, there's a process there that happens. So the first part of this process is the mechanics of going live. So you need time for that. And so I made this 8 weeks on purpose so that you need time to understand going live. In the meantime, you're in the background creating your solution if you don't have one already. So you want to create that. You said this is good. Thank you so much, friend. So you got to create that. So then as you're creating your solution and you're going live, you want to make sure you're presenting that to your community. Then there is this next 4 weeks. So that's in the first 4 weeks essentially. And that next set of 4 weeks, I want you then to start talking about it. You literally have to talk about it. People don't know what you have to offer if you're not going to talk about it. So you got to talk about it. You got to talk about the features and benefits. You got to talk about the value, and then you got to talk about that solution. But you got to make sure you know who you're talking to. So that next set of 4 weeks is you talking about it, and then in terms of how you do this, you'll see that momentum, you'll see people being interested in, and then essentially you'll see that sale happen. So that's what is happening over that 8 weeks. And so I'm walking you through that process, and we're coaching, we're going through it, we're meeting, we're talking through the different things you need to do both behind the scenes and then as well as being able to be in front of the camera doing it as well. So that is what that program is about. I just want to kind of give you context to understanding 8 weeks and why 8 weeks and why this program is so comprehensive. So that's what you're offering. You'll see the whole breakdown here where you'll get the one-on-one coaching. You'll get some information in terms of being a TikTok live host or live stream host in period in general, understanding the go live and how to create a script and how to make sure you understand your audience. And so all that's part of it. And then we'll work through your product and what you're offering to them. So there's steps to this. So I want to make sure you are actually getting all that information. Okay. Um, the other, let's see, let's go back. The other program is actually a little bit more streamlined because the idea, I'm going to get ready for my 7 p.m. Thank you so much, Iridescent. I appreciate your friend. The other one here, I have a little bit more offerings because here, this is 4 weeks. And at the end of the day, I recognize there are people who already kind of understand the go live process. So there's not a need to kind of go and do a deep dive there. I actually even put that in here. You know, this is for note you should already have some familiarity with live streaming. So this is not really me going deep dive into the live streaming, although I don't have a problem with doing that. But this is really more about how do you take that idea, because there's a lot of us who were like that, who had an idea, who had a concept, who had a product, who have something, but you don't know how to get it up and running. You don't know how to stand it up, essentially. And so that's what this is for. This is to get you in the space where you can stand it up. And so when we talk about this particular um, overall digital marketing industry, this concept, a lot of it is you making sure you are able to have a solution for your audience and then being able to offer that in multiple ways, whether it's live streaming, we talked about the YouTube, we talked about content creation. So all that's part of it. So we will go through that process as well. So it kind of breaks it down for you in terms of what type of support and resources I have available. And so we'll walk through that because again, you don't know what you don't know when it comes to engaging in this process. And I'm happy to kind of give you some different strategies, but then also kind of give you a little bit more understanding of digital marketing because when you think about this industry, you got to understand funnels, you got to understand email marketing, you got to understand making sure you leverage the different social media platforms and stuff and how they work. So all that becomes part of your strategy. Okay. How you doing, Some Sugar? Thank you so much for being here, friend. So just keep that in mind. That's what this is all about. Appreciate you all being here. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining. Let me know if you have any questions. But what I'm walking through right now is just talking through the Clarity and Launch Accelerator. So this is the 4 week program. Okay, and so both of them are there for you. And if you have specific questions, let me know. And if there's something that you're like, okay, Dr. Lisa, I would want this I would need this type of resource and support, let me know that as well. Okay, so that's where I want to make sure I'm building this out so that it's more ideally it's more customizable for what your needs are. Okay, so that's what this would be. Let me know if there's any questions about any of that stuff. Appreciate you all being here, but I wanted to roll that out to all of you all so that you guys know it's there. And I'll spend a little bit more time at the 4 o'clock talking through it as well. But if there's questions, let me know also. Thank you all for being here. Thank you so much, SP. Have a good day, beautiful. Appreciate your friend. Great day. Getting ready for my live at noon. Appreciate your friend. How you doing? How's everything going? Thank you all for being here. I appreciate you all supporting the live. Let me know if there's any other questions. I'm going to transition off too in just a little bit because I did an hour and a half. That's the other thing I told you guys earlier. I'm going to try to be a little bit more efficient with my time because, like I said, I'm trying to make sure that I am creating content, making space for content creation, especially and making space for engagement as well, especially for my shops page. So that's the other thing I gotta work on. I do have a 1 o'clock appointment today, so I want to make sure I'm making space for that as well. And then anybody else, thank you so much, Piles. How are you, friend? Appreciate that daily heart me. Thank you so much for the support. So I'll talk about the coaching services I launched again at 4. So we'll talk about that a little bit more. We did learn some good nuggets in terms of what's going to happen with the YT. So I'll look into that. Hey everybody, how you doing, friend? We did learn some good nuggets there. Changing my name a bit. Um, Her merchant leadership. Um, you said I'm changing my name a little bit. So you said, Dr. Lisa, quit calling me leadership. You said it's Michelle. So now I'm gonna end up calling you her because you know I want to say the first word. I'll be like her merchant, her merchant. Because I am not gonna. I remember Michelle. I remember it, but it's easier for me because my eyes land on the first word of people's names, oftentimes. And when you guys have like the blended names, I try to say most of it. But if you have words that are separated like that, I'll be like her. How you doing, her? How you doing, leadership? Hey, friend. And Nika Grace, the way she has it now, I have to say Nika Grace. Now I'm blending my accounts into TikTok shop and new account for teaching. Oh, okay. So you still got the leadership account, leadership revealed. I did the same thing, changed my name. The show. Yes. Um, yes, I would say that's definitely a strategy to have the two different names. Um, yeah, you definitely want to have the two different names for shop anyway. Shop in particular, you want to make sure your name is recognizable to brands also. So that's more or less the reason why you do it. You have a name that is a branded name for the brands that you might be working with. He said, I am more 26. No way, Deshelle. I see, that's what I tell you. It is you. How are you, friend? That's right, you're more 26. Look at you. Yeah, you totally changed it on me. It's like the shell. But it's funny, sometimes I catch the picture. So I should have caught your picture because your picture didn't change. Did it? I don't think it did. Your photo didn't change. Your name changed. So I should have caught it. I just didn't. And when I look at pictures sometimes, I'm like, oh, well, it must have been always the shell. No, I didn't. Yeah. I know your photo didn't change, but I didn't catch the name. That's what it was. I didn't correlate the name and the photo together. Yes, it is. How are you? How are you? Like you ain't been here. How are you? Yes, but it's going to be a TikTok shop account. Only change the name is Hyper for now in transition. Gotcha. Okay. I was on TikTok and saw one has my name. I didn't report it. Oh, you have an imposter? Oh, wow. Yeah. You know you can report them. I TikTok shop com. I'm sorry, I said not TikTok shop. www.tiktok.com /legal /report / copyright. I got that memorized. So yeah, you could report them if they are essentially impersonating your name, your photo, and any of your content. So yeah, that is something you can report. You said you have impersonators too. Yeah, go ahead and report them. Especially, so here's what I would say. I as you grow. Now I'm gonna have to check again if I have new imposters. I haven't checked in some time. But as you grow, um, you want to make sure that you get rid of those impersonators as much as you can in a perfect world, because from my experience, especially if you have a specific message you're trying to deliver and resources, they confuse your customers, they confuse your clients. They're essentially DMing them, asking them some stuff, or sharing some other and fake or whatever scammy type stuff they're doing. They're doing that, and people, I personally felt like that's a reflection against my name, my reputation, and so I didn't like that. So for that reason, I was like, they gotta go, because that's not what I'm trying to do here. And I would say, anybody who has a product that that they're promoting, whether it's a physical product or digital product, whatever it is, something you're promoting, you don't want people to be confused by what you're offering versus this imposter impersonator and what they're offering. So, or what they're trying to do. So, I would try to get rid of them if I could, if I were you, sooner than later, and don't just kind of ignore it, because it gets very annoying. And the countless people who were coming back to me saying, Dr. Lisa, this I had someone reach out under your name. That's unnerving, because I was like, that's not me. And then it's kind of like, okay, I know y'all didn't think it was me, but still it was me. So I was like, okay, so I can't have that out there either. Um, but yeah, let me know. Okay, thank you. Yeah, let me know if you need specific details on where to go. Matter of fact, some sugar, I'm gonna put a list. I'm gonna send you the post. I'm gonna send you my post I did about it. It kind of walks you through what you need to do. So I'll send that to you, and I'll send it to you too. Leadership. You gonna always be leadership to me. I don't care how you change your name, Michelle. You gonna be leadership. Okay, I appreciate it. Will do. All right, friends. I'm gonna let y'all go. It is close to noon. I appreciate everybody who is here. I do embody it. Yes, you do. You embody leadership. You are your name, friend. Leadership. So yes, I will be back at 4 o'clock. I got some work to do. I got a meeting too, and so I will be back. Let me know if you have any questions, and like I said, I'll do a little bit more of a deep dive with the coaching services when I come back at 4. Throughout the week, I'm going to talk about it, just because I'll probably have that intro rate out there, just as a way for people to start the process. And again, I'm limiting how many people can participate, because I want to make sure I'm supporting people fully, and I'm not taking on too much. So that's kind of my other thing, where I just want to make sure I'm able to manage it all. All right, friends, I hope you all are doing well. Take care. Thank you so much for all your support. I will see you all later. Take care. Bye bye. Thank you so much, my friends on the YT. Appreciate you all being here. Thank you so much. I'll be back at 4. Take care. Bye bye.